We human being are multicellular organisms, isn't it? Aren't we multicellular? Am I audible to all of you?
Yes, ma'am.
So are we multicellular or unicellular? Human being are multicellular organisms or unicellular organisms? So much time to answer this question.
Multicellular.
So say no. So we are multicellular organisms with differentiation. Always remember, which makes us very, very important part of ecosystem. And we as we have a very complex body design, reproduction process is also very, very complex. Are we oviparous or viviparous? We are oviparous.
Viviparous.
So we are viviparous. Our reproduction is isogamy, anisogamy, or oogamy?
Oogamy.
So we have oogamy. And next important thing is, do we have internal fertilization or external fertilization?
Internal.
Are we unisexual or bisexual?
Unisexual.
So these are the characteristics of human reproductive system we need to understand, and we should have no confusion about it. Now, in this chapter, what we are going to study? See, reproduction in human is something we are studying. Why? Because I told you first we need to understand why we are studying a chapter. Nowadays, it is observed that due to lifestyle, due to pollution, due to the kind of stress we all are going through, there is increase in the stages and cases of infertility in human being. It is very prominent. Generally, the kind of food we eat, kind of lifestyle hum jeete hain, all of us are nowadays seems to be some kind of stressed. So all these parameters have a tendency to increase the what I can say, disturbance in our body, which increase the infertility in our body. And we know if one needs to treat infertility. So we are now studying why to study this chapter. So first reason is infertility to treat. All of us need to know what may be the reasons of infertility. If we are aware of the part of reproductive system and the process of reproduction, in future we will be aware of that. Okay, what are the reasons of infertility? And even if you are consulting a doctor, you will be able to understand the treatment procedure. Second reason of studying this chapter is I think all of you are passing through a stage which is known as adolescent stage, isn't it? Have you ever heard about this word, adolescent?
Yes, ma'am.
So, age from, with what are the age? 13 to 19, जिसे हम teen age भी बोलते हैं ना? So, you people belong to this age, teen age. At this teen age, I told you while I was teaching you last time, first chapter, that every organism is having a vegetative or rather to say juvenile phase. And after this vegetative or juvenile phase, it will turn into a reproductive phase, isn't it? Yes or no? Remember we discussed कि क्यों ये gap चाहिए, why there should be a gap. Gap से क्या होगा? क्यों gap चाहिए? क्या decide किया था हमने? Who is going to speak? बोलो तो सही भाई. अभी
मैम बिकॉज
अच्छा चलो दिश बोलो.
vegetative phase, it is a growth phase, so it cannot directly move to the reproductive phase. And beginning of the vegetative phase, matlab end of the vegetative phase is the beginning of reproduction.
हाँ, so that means इसका मतलब ये है that we required to give them some time to prepare, no? The female body needs to be prepared for reproduction. Male body needs to have that maturity to go for reproduction. To get that maturity during the time, it is done that they will go for the reproductive phase after a gap. So obviously there is a terminology we are going to discuss now that is called puberty. Have you ever heard about this word puberty? Anyone? Anyone heard about the word puberty? It's all
Yes,
related
ma'am.
to you people. So what is puberty? Anyone wish to speak anything? It is the time okay. So at puberty, beta, several changes takes place in males and females, or rather to say in boys and girls, and they are converted into males and females. So all these changes are, you people are going through this kind of changes. So to know yourself better, to have the knowledge of adolescent changes, it is very important for you people to study this chapter. Because beta, what happens is, the important thing is, what happens during this adolescence, changes occur in mud. There are several changes that takes place in boys. First of a change is development of beard and mustache. Second change is development of hair in private parts. Next is initiation of production of semen and development of reproductive any other change that I am missing? I want to hear from you. Boys में और कोई change आता है आपको लगता है?
वॉइस हार्श हो जाती है.
So what happens is there is change in voice. उनकी vocal cord जो होती है ना बेटा, that gets thicker. Similarly, in females also or girls also a few changes occur. What are the changes that takes place in girls? That is development of breast. Second is called menarche. Menarche means initiation of menstrual cycle. Okay. Third is, in this case also, there will be development of hair. And last is development of So, what do you think? Who are monitoring these changes in girls and boys that occur at puberty? कौन मॉनिटर करता होगा changes?
Hormones.
So obviously you can understand कि अगर hormones इतनी सारी changes करता होगा control, that means too many hormonal changes are occurring in the body of males and females, isn't it? Yes or no? So do you think there will be some result? This stage is one of the most confusing stage in the life of like person. Why? Because अगर हम पूछे इनको, मम्मी पापा बोलते हैं अभी तुम छोटे हो, अभी हमारे बीच में बात मत करो, फिर थोड़े देर बाद बोलते इतने बड़े हो गए हो फिर भी ऐसी हरकतें करते हो. So they are neither considered as adult nor considered as infant. So this is the stage which is transition from childhood to the stage of maturity. Now next problem that occur is due to always development of this like working of this hormone, there is lot many changes, restlessness, curiosity present in the mind of children. Okay, I want to talk about it specially because you are the people who are passing through all these changes, and in India biology is a stream through which we can talk about these things openly. So I request while I am teaching this chapter, the way digestive system, circulatory system, excretory system we study without thinking much about there is a system of shaming and all. This is also a chapter. We studied that reproduction process is performed by every organism present in the whole world, not even human being. So we need to take things easy. If you have any doubt, you can ask me without hesitation. So generally problems occur is beta, so many changes together, such huge activity of hormonal development. So children of your age have development of body, but the kind of development of mentality they should have by what I can say, by gaining experience in life, that they do not have. So commonly observed, they go restless. उस उम्र में लगता है कि मॉम डैड आर द वर्स्ट दुश्मन, फ्रेंड्स ही अपने सबसे ज्यादा इंपॉर्टेंट चीजें हैं, and they think they understand everything, and it is not correct, because you, even if you are getting into adulthood, you require some experience from life to be really adult. So that is the reason these hormonal activities, which is at high course in this age, is the reason for this restlessness. Next thing is children first see these changes in themselves. They first observe or notice these changes in themselves, and then slowly and steadily they be curious about the opposite sex. कि अच्छा मुझ में ये चेंज हो रहा है तो गर्ल्स में क्या होता होगा, बॉयज में क्या होता होगा. To understand that, this chapter is describing. Through this chapter, you will be able to understand the changes occurring in opposite sex. Because to know what changes occurring in opposite sex by unfair means or by doing something wrong, many a times it is observed people land up in trouble. So this is the aim why we need to study this chapter. Up to this part, everyone understood it, beta?
Yes, ma'am.
Adolescence and puberty. So now we will go to the reproductive system. Okay. So first today we will study the reproductive system of male. So I will unshare this screen. I will share you the pic. If you take a front view of male reproductive system, this is something which is present. And I want to show you the other view also before you get confused, because it will be difficult for you to understand. This is the side view of male reproductive system. This part is known as scrotum. Okay, this part is known as penis, as it is mentioned here. But in this part, it is very difficult for us to understand that after production of sperm in testis present in the scrotum, how it is reaching to the penis. So there are methods that is not very clear over here. That's why we are going to look into the second image and we are going to talk about it. Okay. So let's have a look into the second image. So different parts are there. I'm going to tell you about this. First, let us know about scrotum. What scrotum does? Scrotum is a skinny pouch. What is its role? It holds testes. What is testes? Testes is something where the production of sperms takes place. So you can see that this is the scrotum sac. ये जो पूरी चीज है, that is scrotum sac, and these are the two testes present inside scrotum. बाकी चीजें testis के scrotum के अंदर नहीं है. Only these two testes are present inside the scrotum. Now the thing is, beta, why testis is present outside the body? Why it is not part of human body? The part of body obviously not present in the abdomen.
Ma'am, because testes make sperms and it needs cooler temperature than the body.
So, like it required 2 degrees centigrade less temperature, isn't it? So basically, testis will be requiring 2 degrees centigrade less temperature than the body temperature, which is not possible if a person's testis is present inside the body. That's why what we do basically, that is why testis is present in a pouch called scrotum. Now, several things I would like to talk about it. In actually during the developmental stages, that is during the development of child inside mother's womb, जब किसी बच्चे का अपने माँ के पेट में डेवलपमेंट होता है ना बेटा, at that time it is observed that basically during development the testis is located in the abdomen of childhood. वो चाइल्ड के एब्डोमेन में ही होता है. After some time what happens is, after some time this testes will climb from abdomen to the scrotum. There is a canal called inguinal canal. So inguinal canal is a connection of testis with the abdomen, जिसके through वो जब when it is present inside mother's womb, वो testis abdomen से scrotum में climb down करता है. Now, if by any means this procedure doesn't occur properly, तब क्या होता है पता है? Then a person will have a disease which is called cryptorchidism. Then this disease is called cryptorchidism. So disease in which sterile male are generated due to failure in movement of testicule, scrotum via inguinal canal. So what happens in that case? Testis will remain inside abdomen of a male. तो क्या होगा? What will happen? Obviously, as it will be present in the abdomen of the male, it will not be able to produce this. No, what I can say, it will not be able to produce the sperms. So obviously the male will be sterile. Sterile means it's incapable of reproduction. We call it sterile. Understood cryptorchidism, everyone?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so that is what is significance of scrotum sac. Now another thing I would like to speak over here is scrotum sac is hanged from main body to the like it is hanging obviously. So at this condition there should be some support system which is supporting it. So one of the support system is this inguinal canal. It remains in the form of a cord which is holding this scrotum sac at place. Second is there is like support like structures called gubernaculum. There is support like structure called gubernaculum. So this gubernaculum also act as a support which is holding the testis in the place. Okay, now another thing is scrotum is showing a very important and very sensible thing. What happens is during summer season when our body temperature increase, if there is increase in our body temperature, what happens is the scrotum will extend so that testes can move away from our body. And when there is winter season, then body temperature lowers down, and outside also temperature is quite low. To get some heat from the body to maintain the temperature for production of sperm, testis obviously drawing itself back. Okay, so that is what is speciality of scrotum. Scrotum part is understood by everyone.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
So we will now move towards the next part, beta, that is testis. The next part that we are going to talk about is testis. So what is testis? It is the primary reproductive organ. See, reproductive organs can be divided into two types: primary reproductive organ and secondary reproductive organ. So what is this? Primary reproductive organ means the one which produce So in this case, in male, the primary reproductive organ is testis, and in female, it is ovary. All other, जैसे कि यहाँ जितने भी नाम आप देख रहे हो, वासा डिफरेंस, प्रोस्टेट ग्लैंड, यूरेथ्रा, एपिडिडाइमिस, पेनिस, यूरेटर, सेमिनल वेसिकल, everything you see over there, all of them are assisted. Oh, sorry, we cannot include ureter. It is actually part of the excretory system. But all these, and these, and these, all of them are part of secondary reproductive system. Now, if you can have a look into the reproductive parts of male reproductive system, certain parts are visible from outside. For example, this penis is visible, scrotum is visible, but rest of the part is present inside human body. So these are called external reproductive part. This is also external. बाकी के सारे चीजें are present inside human body. We are including testis also into internal. Why? Because we cannot, testis is not directly visible. It is present inside scrotum. So this is how it like kind of work. Okay. So now let's study today about testis. It will like take a very long time to study about testis because बाकी की चीजें तो बाद में. First important thing is testis. So testis is what? It's had two function. So how many testes we have? We have two testes. So these testes are present inside the scrotum. What are their main roles? First role is production of sperm. Second one is development of it control development of last but not least, it is helpful in synthesis of hormone. This testosterone is also known as male hormone or androgen. It is also known as male hormone or androgen. Okay, so all these functions are done by testis. So you can understand how important it is, the testis role in the reproductive system. Can you tell me what are primary and secondary sexual characters? Who is going to talk about this? कौन से कैरेक्टर्स को हम प्राइमरी सेक्सुअल कैरेक्टर बोलेंगे एंड कौन से कैरेक्टर को वी विल स्पीक टॉक अबाउट सेकेंडरी सेक्सुअल कैरेक्टर? येशा, प्राची, सिद्धांत, कशिश, कौशा, Mishka, Shyama, everyone of you can speak. Nakshatra is also there today.
Penis is primary.
What is primary? Priyanshi, can you please repeat?
Penis.
No, that is about organ. I am talking about character. What are the primary sexual character and secondary sexual character? We are talking here about the character, primary sexual character and secondary sexual character. What are these? सी ये जो हमने पढ़ा ना कि मुस्टैच का डेवलपमेंट होता है, थिकनिंग ऑफ वॉइस, डेवलपमेंट ऑफ pubic hair, these are supporting in reproduction. Okay, so they are known as secondary sexual character. And primary sexual character means what? Primary sexual character means primary development in the sexual reproductive system. मतलब development of testes, production of sperm, production of semen. These are something which is directly related to reproduction. That's why we call them primary reproductive structure or reproductive characteristics. Understood, everyone? Primary and secondary sexual characters, the difference. What happened on Sunday? Everyone is at holiday mood.
Yes, ma'am.
Plus don't be. We are reading an important chapter, and from this chapter there are high chances that you get a 5-marker question. Generally from this chapter in board examination, they either ask you a 3-marker or ask you a 5-marker. So you can understand weightage of this chapter is too high. So obviously I request you to pay attention over here. So generally this is all about testes, but it's not detailed structure of testes. We need to understand that in testes, I will draw an elaborate diagram and make you understand about testes. If you take a cross section of a testes, okay, if we take a cross section of testes, we can see outer side there is a covering, and in inside testes is divided into small compartments. These compartments are known as testicular lobules. So what are they? Testicular lobules means what? Testicular lobules means the compartments. So approximately in each testis you can find 200 to 300 such testicular lobules. Not possible to draw me over here. Now what is present in these compartments? In these compartments basically you can find out spirally like created or spiral structures like this. So what are these spiral structures? These spiral structures are known as seminiferous tubule. So why seminiferous tubule? The main content of semen, that is the sperm, is produced inside this. Okay. So seminiferous tubule is something we will later on see the cross section of seminiferous tubule also, so that we can understand what are the cells present inside it. We can understand it better. So such seminiferous tubules are present in numerous numbers in these compartments. Seminiferous tubules will produce the sperm. अब एक क्वेश्चन माइंड में आता है that sperms are produced inside testes over here and they needs to be carried इतना लंबा distance आके inside the penis, because penis is something which will inject the sperm into the female reproductive system. तो ये testis से लेके penis तक का लंबा वाला रास्ता आता कैसा है? ठीक है, there will be what I can say hierarchy of tubules that is collecting sperm. So all these seminiferous tubule will be interconnected at the end and they will be combining to form into a tubule called tubuli recti. So beta understood this part. So tubuli recti will do what? Tubuli recti will be collecting the sperms that is produced inside this what I can say, produced inside these seminiferous tubules. So basically, tubuli recti is locating somewhere here. अब ये सारे टिब्यूली रेक्टी फ्यूज होके एक सिंगल ट्यूब बनाता है. दिस ट्यूब इज कॉल्ड रेटे टेस्टिस. It is called rete testis. Okay. Now this rete testis is combining to form vasa efferentia. ये ऊपर जाएगा. It will combine to form vasa efferentia. All these vasa efferentia will be connected to a part which is called epididymis. You can see here epididymis. So epididymis is a place that can store sperm. थोड़ी देर के लिए वो स्पर्म्स को वहां पे स्टोर कर सकता है. So once sperms are enough, epididymis is enough filled with sperms, then the sperms will be coming here. ये वाली जो पाइप है ना, this pipe is called vasa difference or vas difference. Vas difference or vasa difference. Vasa means where it is related to vasculation or pipeline formation. That's why we use the word vasa also. याद रखो, vasa efferentia are small and numerous and vasa difference is big. मतलब इसमें क्या होता है, the way have you heard about sewage system? जैसे बॉडी में सीवेज, सोसाइटी में सीवेज सिस्टम होता है ना, हर एक घर में समझो 3 टॉयलेट है. अब तीनों टॉयलेट्स की जो सीवेज है दैट इज कलेक्टेड बाय अ कॉमन पाइपलाइन. फिर एक सोसाइटी में अगर 100 घर है, 100 घरों की में से 100 पाइपलाइंस आती है. ये 100 मिलके एक बड़ा पाइपलाइन बनाते हैं. फिर एरिया में 4 सोसाइटी है तो वो चारों सोसाइटी की बड़े पाइपलाइन मिलके एक और बड़ा पाइपलाइन. ऐसे कर करके अल्टीमेटली ये पूरा सीवेज कहीं पे इकट्ठा होता है. सेम ईयर सबसे स्मॉल ट्यूब्यूल इज सेमिनिफेरस ट्यूब्यूल. मेनी सेमिनिफेरस ट्यूब्यूल will ends will be pouring the sperm into tubuli recti. Many tubuli recti combine to form rete testis. Many rete testis will be combining to form vasa efferentia, and epididymis is the place which can store sperms temporarily. ठीक है. और उसके बाद ये sperms travel करेंगे to vasa difference. Clear to all, everyone?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Now still a long way to go, and we need to remember कि अभी तक ये सिर्फ और सिर्फ sperms है, and sperms को अगर हम खुला छोड़ दें तो it will not live for long time. ऐसा नहीं possible है इसके लिए कि वो लंबा टाइम जिए. So then how to manage that? How we can manage? So we need to give a medium to the sperm. Some medium should be given to the sperm so that it can survive utilizing that medium. A few glands are there. As you are saying, you understood this part of vasculature. So should I can I erase this part? ये testis का cross section वाला.
Yes, ma'am.
So let us delete this so that I can now focus on glands, है ना? So these are the different glands. Their secretion actually is going to their secretion is going to create the semen. यहाँ एक gland missing है, I am drawing it. यहाँ छोटे से actually At this part, there is one gland. This gland is known as bulbourethral gland. Or it is having another name also, Cowper's gland. Okay, so let us know about them one by one. Seminal vesicle. Seminal vesicle is something which is very, very important, and it is responsible for production of semen. So what are the substances secreted by this seminal vesicle? It is going to give them a fructose, then citric acid, fructose, citric acid, then inositol, and prostaglandin. अब ये चीजें क्या है और क्यों है? Why we need to have these things in the semen? सबसे पहले let us talk about fructose. You know, when sperms are traveling through the female reproductive system, too much waggling of sperm is taking place. Sperm अपना टील बहुत जोर से हिलाता है तो ही वो ट्रैवल करके उतना दूर तक जा सकता है. Now, for any kind of movement, you require energy. Fructose is the energy source present in the semen. Okay, जिसको utilize करके respiration करके sperm is actually getting the energy. So fructose is the food. Now, what about this citric acid and inositol? This citric acid and inositol, they are making the fluid viscous. More viscous the fluid is, it will be easy for fluid to travel. And last but not least, this prostaglandin, this is something which is promoting the contraction of vagina. Vaginal contraction and vaginal movement is something which is also promoting the movement of sperm. So यहाँ ये सारी चीजें are part of semen, and these parts are secreted by seminal vesicle. Understood everyone?
No, ma'am.
क्या नहीं समझे बोलो?
ये prostaglandin.
Prostaglandin is a chemical substance secreted by seminal vesicle when semen is injected into the female reproductive system. Female reproductive system में जो part होता है which is called vagina, it get contracted. Expansion, contraction, I hope you know it's a muscular structure. It will get contracted. So during that contraction procedure, the semen, which is liquid, will get a kind of push inside. And if semen is getting pushed, that means the sperms are that is present inside the liquid called semen. It will also get a push. That is what the role of prostaglandin.
Okay.
Anyone, any more doubt? Clear to all?
Yes,
Chalo.
ma'am.
Now let's see what are the secretions of prostate gland. Prostate gland, you can see the location. Actually, what happens, beta? These vast difference will loop over the. This is actually ureter. You can see here it is ureter. that is coming out of kidney and going inside urinary bladder. This bladder is urinary bladder. Vas difference क्या करता है इसके ऊपर? It creates a kind of loop and come here. Okay. In between it will get seminal vesicle and then it enters into prostate gland. यहाँ एक ट्यूब पे ये आता है. This passage is common for passage of urine as well as semen. आप देख सकते हो ये जो passage है, I am encircling it. In this passage from urinary bladder, urine is also coming, and from vas deferens the semen is also coming. Actually, what happens is there is a muscle which is a circular muscle. When there is passage of semen, ये circular muscle यहाँ close कर देता है ताकि only semen can pass and urine cannot dilute the semen. So while the fertilization process is taking place and sperms are getting injected into female body, at that time male reproductive system में ये वाले part में there is a sphincter muscle. Sphincter muscle means circular muscle होता है. समझो ये this is something, a pipeline. Muscle is located like this. तो ये muscle जब contract करता है वो क्या करता है? ऐसे करके इसको दबा देता है. The diameter of that tube is decreased so much that nothing can pass through this. And when this sphincter muscle expand, the pore is open and anything can pass with it. तो ये क्या करता है? यहाँ पे एक sphincter है जो इसको block कर देता है. So now semen can pass. Okay. And when regular urination is there, तब तो semen pass नहीं करता है. Because what happens is when in epididymis enough sperms are there, then only it will come through vas deferens and mixture of this and semen is produced. Okay. Before that it is sperms are stored here in epididymis. So what happens is beta, here the sperm will come. So here the secretion of seminal vesicle will come. Sperm and seminal vesicle secretion will mix. Now, apart from that, at the both side of this, there is prostate gland. यहाँ इस side में भी, इस side में भी. Are you people understanding? कोई सो तो नहीं गया है ना आज?
No, ma'am. No, ma'am.
नहीं ना? हाँ, Sunday की morning है. सब actually I am extremely sorry I was not able to conduct the practical. I went as an examiner in one school. That's why CBSE duty. So in prostate gland, it is also very important. Why? Prostate gland secrete citrate ion. Apart from that, in prostate gland secretion, there is presence of calcium ion. Okay. Apart from that, phosphate ion is there. Then, apart from that, there is presence of profibrinogen. So all of them are having two aims only. One is they maintain the alkalinity of sperm. Why this alkalinity is required? To give females a natural protection against the UTI or or any kind of other microbes. Female vagina is always having a pH which is acidic pH. ताकि किसी भी इंसान को infection ना हो जाए. That's why female vagina is having acidic pH. Now consider if sperms are going into vagina without any support, those acidic pH will kill sperms. Then how they will travel from vagina to uterus to go for fertilization? So these are the substances present in prostate gland. They increase the alkalinity of the semen. Semen pH is slightly high. Okay, it is alkaline. अब ये alkaline होने से क्या हो रहा है? Even if vagina of human female is acidic, It is not going to interfere in the it is not at all interfering in the development of or movement of the sperm. Last is Cowper's gland. Cowper's gland fluid is actually bulbourethral gland or Cowper's gland secretion is actually increase the viscosity of semen. Do you know what is viscosity? Everyone, I hope you know what is viscosity.
Yes, ma'am.
So viscosity of semen is increased by this secretion of Cowper's gland or bulbourethral gland. So once the semen is produced, it will come here to the penis. Penis is a muscular structure. You can see here in penis you have this erectile tissue. Acha chalo. First let me ask you. You understood these three glands, bulbourethral gland and Cowper gland and everything, beta? Everyone understood it?
Yes, ma'am.
So I will move ahead to the next part.
Ma'am, viscosity of semen क्या होता है?
हाँ, तो इसीलिए तो मैंने पूछा कि विस्कोसिटी क्या है, तो किसी ने सबने बोला हाँ पता है व्हाट इज विस्कोसिटी. विस्कोसिटी क्या होती है? किसने बोला था पता है? डिफाइन करो व्हाट इज विस्कोसिटी. Who is going to define viscosity? Chemistry grade 11, I think chapter number 5. Viscosity is there. States of matter है ना 11th का chapter number 5.
Ma'am, a state of being thick.
चलो मैं एक सिंपल एग्जांपल देके आई विल मेक यू अंडरस्टैंड. ओके, गिव मी 1 minute. So consider we have a scale like this. Okay. अब ये scale में two scales are there. You adjusted them to same height. Here you put 1 drop of honey, and here you are putting 1 drop of water. So obviously, as there is an angle, तो ये water और honey दोनों move करेंगे. Yes or no? दोनों की डाउनवर्ड मूवमेंट होगी कि नहीं होगी? बिकॉज दे आर लिक्विड एंड लिक्विड आर हैविंग फ्लूइडिटी. यस और नो?
यस मैम.
तो कौन पहले मूव करेगा?
वाटर.
क्यों? कौन पहले मूव करेगा? दैट इज समथिंग इज कॉल्ड विस्कोसिटी. कोई फ्लूइड अगर बहुत विस्कस है तो उसकी पार्टिकल्स के बीच में अट्रैक्शन इज वेरी हाई. तो वाटर के पार्टिकल के बीच में अट्रैक्शन उतना हाई ना होने की वजह से दे विल रोल डाउन. पार्टिकल्स रोल डाउन करते हैं. दे विल रोल डाउन मतलब टॉप में जो पार्टिकल है वो नीचे आ जाता है, नीचे का पार्टिकल ऊपर, ऐसे करके रोल डाउन करते करते इट मूव्स वेरी फास्ट. Whereas in these case attraction of between particles as well as particles of substrate as well as attraction between particles of substrate and the medium is high, जिसकी वजह से वो particles की circulation बहुत slow होती है. So that's why it is moving slowly. As I said, for further doubts you can refer. There is a part in grade 11 chemistry chapter 5 that is states of matter. Okay, so that is what is viscosity is refers into. So semen is not a very fluid substance. It is a viscous substance, and that viscosity is endowed by these chemicals. Understood now? I feel
Yes,
very
ma'am.
good when you people asked doubt, because if anyone is asking doubt, that means the person is listening. बाकी जो कुछ बोलते भी नहीं है and they are like not talking to me. I don't know ना they are studying or not. And always try to ask and clarify. अगर आप classes ध्यान देके करोगे ना बेटा, आपकी आपकी 50% पढ़ाई यही पे हो जाती है. Then only you have to recapitulate it. Okay, चलो भाषण छोड़ते हैं. We will move ahead. Erectile tissue that is making penis so special. So what is the role of penis? Penis is basically a erectile structure that inject sperm into female. Okay, so what is its role? What is its importance? Basically, whatever sperm produced inside male reproductive system, we know that I told you human being is going for internal reproduction, है ना? So obviously, if it is going for internal reproduction, so that means internal reproduction may it cannot like kind of throw sperm outside and sperms will what I can say fertilize the egg. The sperm should be injected into the female reproductive system. Now, who will inject this? This injection is done by penis. What is this erectile tissue? Generally, when there is no sexual reproduction and the male is not injecting sperm, these erectile tissues are generally relaxed. And when it is relaxed, the size of penis is very small and it is not hard enough to penetrate into the male reproductive system. When there need to be injecting the sperms into female reproductive system, the erectile tissue present at the lining of the penis is getting contracted and the size of penis increase, it is getting hard and now it is ready to inject sperm into the female reproductive system. So semen along with semen, sperm will come out and as penis is present inside female reproductive system, it can be flushing out all the semen into female reproductive system. Now let me talk about this pore. This pore is known as urinogenital pore. So basically in lower part of male body, two pores are there. One is urinogenital pore. Why it is called urinogenital pore? Because इसके through urine भी pass होता है and also the germ cells are also passed through this pore. That's why it is known as urinogenital pore. And next, the second pore is anus, which is connected to the this digestive system, which is responsible for passage of the stool. Understood, everyone?
Yes, ma'am.
So now we will have a look into a small video and then I think we can stop our class of today. Tomorrow we will have further clarification of male reproductive system. Acha nahi, I need to show you the side view also. See, if you look from side, you can see that penis and scrotum is the part which is external. बाकी की सारी चीजें, this is the way they are arranged sidewise in the male reproductive system. Okay, so can we see the video?
Yes, ma'am.
Anna, let's have a short look at it.
Ma'am, can you show us the cross section of testes?
Cross section of it is there in the video. You see, I will then if there is further doubt, we can discuss. Is the screen visible?
Yes, ma'am.
So let me increase the quality so that it will be easy for you to see it.
In this video, we will focus on the functional anatomy of the male reproductive system. Let's begin by simply identifying structures that are important in the male reproductive system. These include the vas deferens, also called the ductus deferens, the penis, the testes, note that only one testicle is shown in this diagram, the scrotum, the bulbourethral gland, the prostate gland, and finally, the seminal vesicle. You have to have a basic understanding of location in order to understand function and how all these structures work together. We will begin with the testes, the male gonad. This is a diagram of the longitudinal section through one testicle, so you can now see what's inside. Notice that the majority of the testicle is composed of seminiferous tubules. These tubules produce sperm via spermatogenesis. But how? Let's take a closer look. In order to do this, we need to zoom in on the seminiferous tubule and take a cross-section through the tubule. Imagine taking a garden hose and cutting it in half. This would be similar to cutting the tubule in half and looking at what's inside. The lumen of the seminiferous tubule is lined by cells called Sertoli cells. These Sertoli cells are connected via tight junctions. Lining the outside of the Sertoli cells is a layer of smooth muscle. Outside of the Sertoli cells are the Leydig cells. These are all the cells that are really important. In addition to these structures, you will need to be familiar with the following compartments: the basal compartment and the luminal compartment. These compartments are basically talking about regions of the cross-section. If we are talking about the basal compartment, we are talking about the area that goes from the tight junction toward that smooth muscle. And if we are talking about the luminal compartment, we are talking about the area that goes from the tight junction toward the lumen. Now that you are familiar with the structures, let's focus on their functions. We begin with the Leydig cells, also called interstitial cells. The Leydig cells secrete testosterone. The Sertoli cells support sperm development, or what is referred to as spermatogenesis. The smooth muscle surrounding these Sertoli cells allows for peristalsis. This process is important as it will propel sperm through the seminiferous tubules. Well, that's all fine and dandy that the Sertoli cells produce the sperm, but how do the sperm get out of the seminiferous tubules and out of the testes? This is our next goal. So here are the sperm in the seminiferous tubules. The sperm has been produced by the Sertoli cells and released into the lumen of the seminiferous tubule. Those sperm then travel through this little region here called the rete, testes, and into the efferent ductules. This is the point at which the sperm exit the testes. From the efferent ductules, the sperm enter the epididymis and will ultimately make their way to the vas deferens. So that is the pathway the sperm are taking to get out of the testes. What propelled the sperm through all those structures? Peristalsis. Now the sperm are in the vas deferens, right? The vas deferens connects with the seminal vesicles to form the ejaculatory duct. At this point, the sperm is mixed with fluid that came from the seminal vesicles. The ejaculatory duct penetrates through the prostate gland to join the urethra. As such, The sperm wind up in the urethra, which receives substances from the bulbourethral glands. Thus, both urine and sperm are in the urethra. So that was just the pathway that sperm take from the seminiferous tubules to the urethra. Now, let's look more closely at the accessory glands I mentioned earlier. The seminal vesicles secrete an alkaline fluid that contains fructose, enzymes, and prostaglandins. Remember, alkaline fluids are basic. The purpose of this alkaline fluid is to neutralize the acid that is in the female reproductive tract. The fructose is used for energy. Remember, sperm have to swim, so they need energy for motility. The enzymes in the fluid facilitate semen clotting. There are also prostaglandins in this fluid. These are for motility and viability of the sperm. The prostate gland is another accessory gland. The prostate gland secretes citrate, which is an energy source for sperm motility and enzymes that will break down the semen clot once it is in the female reproductive tract. Okay, so take a second to make sure you understand. The semen clots during ejaculation and is then broken down once it's inside the female reproductive tract. The last accessory gland is the bulbourethral glands. These glands secrete a fluid that contains mucus. Why is mucus important? It serves as a lubricant.
So basically, we studied about parts of reproduction.
Calculating screen time all the time.
Wait for a moment.
DV certified.
I didn't talk about the cross section of seminiferous tubule. उन्होंने जो discuss किया ना, that Sertoli cell are there, and then the Leydig cell or interstitial cell is there. That I told you we are going to discuss next day. Now is the concept of seminiferous tubule और वो कैसे retitestis and every से connected होता है is clear to all of you?
Yes, ma'am.
No problem. You go through your textbook, go through the lecture video once it is circulated. So tomorrow we can have a look, and if you have any doubt, feel free to ask me. ताकि ये confirm कर ले हम कि this part is clear, and then we will move. We need to read structure of sperm tomorrow. We need to read the cross section of seminiferous tubule. We need to see the cross section of testis, how it is working, and then we need to see the process of spermatogenesis. That is how production of sperm takes place, and also control of spermatogenesis. So today we will have a second lecture related to male reproductive system, and if we complete, then we can go for female reproductive system. Anyone is having any doubt in mind? No one. So should we stop this lecture now?
Yes, ma'am.
Great then. Chalo. So best wishes. Have a happy weekend. We will meet tomorrow again. Okay. Bye. Bye.
Bye, ma'am.
Bye.
Bye, ma'am.